I almost got rid of my life, mate. That was not good. Boom. Come on, guys. That's not a bad effort, is it? Hey, man. How's it going? I did shout out to you before, but yeah, it might have been like out of the stream briefly. There. Wait for what? Wait for the stream or wait in general, mate? Dude, I fucked that up. It's been so long. Like, I've done one stream in the past. Besides this one, in the past 5 months. Almost 6, man. Almost 6. It's been so long. Whoa, that was not good. Yeah, that was not helpful. Boom. Everybody's always in trouble, man. Everybody's always in trouble. Boom. Uh-oh. We're good. We're good. Boom. I did quite a bit. I mean, I missed, it's not so much that I missed streaming, I missed you guys. Like, I missed just chatting to you guys, and I mean, I could still game and stuff, but it wasn't really the same. Never is. I still need to really sit down and get organized. I guess that's the part that I'm most... I most did not miss is like I've still got tons of graphic design to do. I've still got to freaking do the emote and shit like that, but it'll all happen eventually, and I don't miss all the technical issues, man. You should have seen me. What was it? Oh, dude, I thought I still had a mask, man. I thought I still had a mask. Like, you should have seen me last Tuesday when I came on here and I was like trying to work something out. I was trying to work out really basic stuff. I think I was trying to change like my goal. Dude, really? My sub goals or something. Which last time I streamed, you actually didn't have a proper sub stream label. You had to like create your own kind of thing. Or you didn't have like a preset one, if that makes sense. So you had to just sort of create your own and keep it open way too early. You had to sort of like create your own, keep it open at all times. In fact, I've got to close that in a minute. Keep it open in your browser while you streamed and shit like that. Like, it was cooked, dude. I'm making so many rookie mistakes all of a sudden. It is 110% the viewers that make it. It really is. Last stream was actually super successful on that front. I think we had 6 or 7 of the regulars drop in and say hi and just chat, and they were there most of the stream. They must have missed me too. Again, we probably won't... Bro. We probably won't see a lot of them tonight because I did say I'd give them a shout out on Discord and Twitter when it happened, but again, can't do that with my phone fuck, so yeah, it's a bit that way. Like, I've still got my emotes I need to do. I still need to do, like, I need to redesign my entire setup. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. I thought I was screwed then. They've added so much to Streamlabs since last time I was on here. It is ridiculous. And I went on today and I swear to God, dude, really? Really? And I swear to gosh, they've added even since last Tuesday, website stuff. So I'm super keen to like check that out as well. I may not have any merch or anything at this stage, but it's still fun to fuck around with. Especially since, you know, I was looking at creating my own website and stuff not that long ago. So it could work as sort of a much easier option than creating my own. Oh good man, oh good. Enjoy your dinner. No. Dudes, no! Come on man. I don't know how I fucked that up so badly. But the good news is, guys, is hopefully I'm about to have a lot more time to get some stuff done stream-wise and to actually stream in general, really. So on the weekend, not only did I break my phone, but it was also the end of my relationship. So that's always fun, right? Dude, hate this part. Die. Boom. Mate. Come on, man. I hate that, man. I hate that. Boom. Too early again. Why do I do this to myself? Patience. Dude. Mate. Die. Yep. Boom. Die. Come on, bro. That should have worked. I wonder if I can actually jump back on that other platform. I'm gonna be really pissed if I could. Boom. I hate this stupid level, man. Here we go. Dude, I almost screwed that up so hard, so many times, and still managed to make it. How the fuck even? Uh-oh. Oh. Come on, bro. Right there. Right there. Can I have a pity checkpoint around that area, please? Pretty please, with a cherry on top. Okay. Slowly getting there. Back into the routine, man. Back into the routine. Come on! Dude, I need to remember to do it the opposite direction. Mate. Boom. Guess I have no idea how I'm going to go next time I have to freaking do this stupid level as a time trial. Can't even do it with the checkpoints at the moment. I've had like 11 lives and shit. I think when we started the other day even, we had more. Dude, really? Are you kidding me right now? Boom. Boom. Die. Nope. Oh, really? That's game over already. That was so quick. I mean, we did only start with like 4 lives, don't get me wrong, but we're not going to retry the level. We're going to reload. Stuff it. We'll just go back out and in. Dude, what? That is such bullshit, man. Bro. So as I mentioned earlier, it's been a very eventful past week. For lots of reasons. Lots and lots and lots of reasons. Come on, man. Gotta get this timing. Dude. Oh no. So obviously one was the fact that my partner and I broke up. That's probably one of them. And the whole phone situation. But the next week is going to be so freaking awesome and full on. So it's just been Tuesday. Wednesday, I think I still get a free day. I think I still actually get a day free tomorrow. Then Thursday, I got to travel down to my dad's for dinner. Friday, I had a friend hit me up before. Apparently he's coming down my way on Friday. And the post that he actually hit me up on was one about going to the movies. Now, I live near a cinema, and it costs $8 for a movie ticket there. Which is pretty cheap, like super cheap. Considering, you know, I was looking somewhere the other day and it was like $16 per person, and that was for concession. So $8. $8. On top of that, so that's Friday, maybe, if I decide to meet up with him. I really don't like catching up with that dude. We used to go to the movies all the time, and then like a few years ago, like we'd gone to the movies, and I think we'd actually gone and seen The Life of Pi. This is how long ago it was, guys. And we'd done a double feature. I don't remember the other movie we watched, but I was sort of seeing someone at the time, and the dude knew that. And we got towards the end of the first movie, and he put his hand on my leg. I'm like, yeah, no, dude, not happening. And then in the second movie, which I only agreed to because I was like, okay, yeah, nah, he gets it. Like, he gets that's not happening. Second movie, he tries the same fucking thing as if, like, going to the movie again was going to change my freaking mind. Anyway, this same dude now wants to catch up and, like, go to the movies on Friday. Yay. But then, Saturday, for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go Community Day. So for that, I wake up Saturday. I get my freaking S7, because I'm buying an S7. Only $200, which is like super cheap. Normally I'd spend $1,000 on phones, but you know, no point anymore. Dude, too early. It's okay. No lives lost on this one. What was I saying? Yeah, so Saturday, I wake up. I have one of my best friends from a gazillion years ago. She's going to come over. She's going to sell me the S7. Dude, not early enough. Are you joking? Okay, sure. Not how I... Dude! Okay, you can't do it that way. And then I've got community day that night. So that starts at like 3 to 6. Now I've got another friend. This is the one I was calling Zombie the other day. I don't know. I didn't know what else to call her, guys. I didn't know what else to call her. Oh, I managed to do it. Okay. I can be down with that. Dude, no! I fucked that up. So bad. So she's gonna come down and we're probably gonna get absolutely shit-faced. That is gonna be awesome. She's really into games as well. Maybe I'll sit there and even like play games or something with her. And then Sunday I'm catching up with a different mate. He's gonna come down and freaking also get drunk with me. Oh, dude. This is like the little dude that I might have mentioned before at New Year's. I had like this young fella like trying to pick me up and stuff. And the way I know him is well, I know his mum better. But he's actually one of my little brother's mates. He's legal, but still a little bit young for me, you know. But he's gonna come down and he's gonna chill out and we're gonna chat. We actually only started chatting about that is because today I signed up as an extra. So in about a month or so, I'm potentially, hopefully, gonna be in a movie as an extra. Which I think will be really cool. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, so I signed up for this extra gig. And it turned... Dude, are you joking? Ah! It actually turned out that he's in the exact same 2 projects that I'm working on. One is doing an extra role and as well, and then like the other one is actually... Oh... The other one is actually going to try and make casks, so see how he goes there, see how he goes. But it's going to be cool, because then we're going to like get to like chat and I can learn a little bit more about it all and stuff like that. So I'm heaps psyched about that. Heaps psyched. And then I've got another other friend who also is keen to like catch up and go to the movies. So it's going to be mad. I still need to catch up with the crush. That's going to happen eventually. Spoke to him last night. Was it last night? Might have been the night before. I don't know, he's still mad. He's always mad at me. Probably because he's the person who has to deal with me the most. Even when I got a boyfriend, he's the one that gets like the distress calls in the middle of the night. But yeah. It's been an interesting week. A very interesting week. I even freaking started chatting to an ex from years ago. Years and years ago. I'm talking like 8 years ago, guys. Ah! Nope. Dude, really? I started chatting to him. That was last night. That was definitely last night. And he's all still obsessed with me and stuff, so I don't know if that's ever going to be like talking to him properly kind of thing. But it was good like just chatting with him in general. He actually, last time we went out, he actually did the right thing. Basically, about 8 years ago, I dated this real fuckhead who burnt my father's house down and alienated me from like all my friends completely, like would call them up without my permission and abuse them, tell them like not to speak to me anymore, that sort of thing. So I didn't exactly have any friends by the time that relationship ended. And after the house got burnt down, I even had, you know, a couple of my closest friends prior to that call me up and literally laugh at me. Literally go, haha, suck shit. You fucking deserve this. I told you so. Literally the day after it all happened. Like, literally the day after it all happened. So, you know, really was in a bad headspace. And this particular guy, he actually contacted me at the time and was like, hey, look, I just drove past your house and I saw that it had been burnt down. Like, is everything okay? I was like, oh, yeah, we're all okay, but the house is fucked, like. And he's like, oh, did you want to catch up? So we ended up catching up a bit and just as friends, and then not long after that, in fact it was about a week after that, because I'd been staying up his house a lot. I didn't really feel comfortable staying at my grandfather's, which is where my dad was staying, purely because, you know, it wasn't exactly a high point in my dad's life, and I felt very responsible and guilty, which my dad was actually really awesome towards me about it all throughout the entire situation, but obviously I was beating myself up pretty hard about it, as you do. Oh, we made it, guys, we made it. Ha, we made it. Three, 4, 5. Ha, yay. I would have been so pissed off if I fucking died there. Yay! Anyway, so him and I started hanging out, and we actually went down. I had a lunch one day, and it was down Glenelg, which is one of the main beaches here in Adelaide, for those of you who aren't familiar with Adelaide. And while we were down there, I started getting these abusive messages, and it turned out the same guy that had burnt down my dad's house was also freaking down there. And oh shit, I was meant to spin that shit, eh? It was getting like towards the end of the day, and we were organising to go home, and on the way down there my shirt had actually broken. So we were just like on the beach looking for my auntie so that I could borrow a top off her, because I had a dinner not long afterwards. And while we were looking for my auntie, I actually spotted the guy, and he must have spotted me, but all of a sudden he was following us, and the dude that I spoke to the other night actually ended up bottled in the fucking head, because he was down there with me. And so naturally I've always been super grateful towards him, you know, because throughout all of that, you know, again, he was my only friend at the time, and that's actually part of the reason why we ended up in a relationship again. That was our second time in a relationship. So the other night, because, you know, dude, what? There was nothing there, no way. I didn't see shit there, man. So dodgy, mate. So dodgy. But yeah, so what I was saying is, so the other night, because obviously I've had a shit past couple of days, dude, and a lot of people will recommend, well, a lot of psychologists and stuff will recommend that when you are feeling down, practice gratefulness, and it can really turn your mood around pretty quickly. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I mean, in the past for me, it has worked, so dude. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and I'd actually been reading through some of my old Facebook profiles and stuff like that, and I came across some posts from when we were actually together. So I like sent him like I ended up just commenting on it saying, you know, thank you again. Like, a lot of people wouldn't have done what he did. A lot of people, in fact, I'd been in situations with that guy where people had not done what he'd, like, with what this dude had done, you know? Like, I was down the bus stop one day, and the dude had emptied my bag out, broken my charge cord, and there's two guys, like reasonably large guys, at the bus stop. Oh, dude. And the most either of them could really do is, you know, say, are you okay? Which, you know, for even asking that question, you copped a mouthful of abuse and was threatened. So, you know, like, it was very appreciated that he did take that time and effort to step in, and it's even just to check. Check on your friends, guys. Check on your friends. But it was cool catching... Dude, really? It was cool catching up with him again. Really cool.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot.
I'm sure this took me like 5 minutes the last time I fucking did this shit, man. Stupid bullshit. Bro. Dude, what? I'm spinning. And I wasn't paying attention that time. Dude. We're gonna get game over again, man. We're gonna get game over again.
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot.
No, you die. But yeah, so it's just like really weird and interesting to even, you know, chat to him. Something a bit different. Really? Bro. I can't do this stupid level, man. Yep. Is there like some sort of way you can tell when he's gonna do it, or do you just have to recognize the pattern? Ah. Ah. Boom. Now he's gonna do that fast shooty thing. Ah! Really?
Darn you, Crash Bandicoot.
All that time? Sure you can. Wait, what do you mean all that time? Whoop. Bro. Sure you can what? I'm confused, man. I'm confused, DJ. Help me, Mocha. Help me. Dude. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Freaking hate this dude, man. Be a better villain. He fails every time, man. Every time. I guess if he didn't fail, though, that would make me a pretty bad hero. Yeah. Nope. Try. I know he shoots. Dude. Yeah, definitely gonna get game over here. I still can't believe how much we managed to get done of this freaking game last time I played. Dude, no way. I should have been able to walk under that shit easy. Man. I swear this game cheats so hard. What? Right. Okay. That's okay, man. That's okay. Gives us a few more lives. No point in resetting.
Darn you, Crash
You
Bandicoot.
Oh, I forgot you can fucking fall off of there, man. Completely forgot you can fall off of there. I was just fucking around trying to spin in. Guess who got the last laugh? Hint, it was not me. Seriously, man. Right. Okay. Really? Whoop. Whoop. Ah. Yep. Boom. hate this one. Bro. Oh, makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, I have a bad habit of, you know, just sort of zoning out sometimes. Ah, bro, and one of my biggest issues is like, what? Dude, I was spinning. Dude! I was spinning and it still hit me. What the fuck? Freaking in my face, stupid Cortex. Yeah, I've got like a really bad habit of getting distracted super easily. So like 1 minute I'll be fine and like kicking ass, and then the next minute I'll just like lose completely. Like it'd be like, what the fuck? That was weird. I've done it before, so I should hypothetically be able to do it, you know? Dude, I panicked. I thought it was gonna hit me. So I jumped into it. Hint. Dude. Mate, that was not good. I'm gonna get game over again already. Out of my face, Neo. You should be able to just, like, spin his head or something. Should just be one of those little tricks that only true masters know, you know? Just to mess with people. Ooh, really? Too early. Spun too early. How, oh, maybe that's what I used to do. Okay, ignore the fact I'm spinning, sure. How did I do this so easily? Ages ago. Pretty sure this is the one where I remember complaining because it was too easy. I was so underwhelmed when I got up to him, you know? Nope, didn't work. Can't spin him. Stupid game. Always having set shit you have to do and stuff. Come on. There we go. That's a bit better. Yep. That's right. This is the upsy downsy ones. Ah! Oh, come on, just one more. Come on. Dude, way too early again. That does my head in so hard, man. So hard. Mate. Can't fall off that way. Only the other way. That's something at least. Yeah, shoot me over here, shoot me over there, and then don't shoot me because you're gonna die. Okay. We're doing a little bit better this time. Alright. I think he needs to learn his rights and lefts, man. Dude, I was hoping to just like make it slightly, just, you know. Is it possible? I don't suppose it would be. I'm just wondering if it's possible to die so much that you're immediately granted one of those freaking invincibility masks, man. The triple mask. I'm already up to double. Although to be fair, that happened before I even, you know, entered this level. You get up to Stormy and the game's just like, yeah, you're gonna need this. Alright, that's 2. And this is the stupid one I don't like. We gotta wait again. Really? Come on, man. Come on. Whoop, 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 whoop. That 1 second of distraction, man. That 1 second of distraction. Boom. Dude, what? See, I don't get how I'm dying there, man.
Crash Bandicoot.
I can live. I can just like spin these stupid things and maybe survive like 10 seconds more. I suppose it really wouldn't help me. If I can make it through this part without getting hit, then it's pointless, isn't it? Boom. Okay, now we've got to wait again. Boop. Okay, now we've got to wait again. Yeah. Boom. Oh, we still got 2 masks, people. Oh, this is the fast shooter. Ah! Really? Ah! Uh-oh. Uncharted territory. Wait, what? That was easy. Really? Why is the last hit so easy, man? Why was the last hit so easy? Make me work for the other freaking gazillion hits, but no. Last hit's just 1 hit wonder, man. Whatever happens to his girlfriend? Like, she... Or maybe she is seen briefly. Oh, man. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I can skip him. Yes. Cheers, man. Cheers. I'm so excited. I finally freaking got through it. I thought it was going to take longer than that. It's been, what, almost an hour? I mean, sure, it may only be 2 levels. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm a master, but that's not too bad. I expected a lot longer. Now we can go through and start doing some freaking time trials. I love doing time trials. I don't have to worry about lives. Boom. I'm still not sure what I'm gonna freaking start playing when, like, I've got my phone going properly again. Well, when I've got a phone again. And when I start playing again properly. Like, I don't know. I just don't know what I feel like playing, man. I've been feeling that way a bit lately. Like I'm bored of all my games, sort of thing. Oh, yay. Oop. Uh-oh. Whoop. Oh, really? I don't even know if that was fast enough. Oh, it was. It's okay. It's okay. I guess I should come up with a different thing. So, I'll do BAN this time. I think last time I did... No, what did I do? Maybe I did... Dab. Deep... Yeah, I'm gonna just go BAN for this one. See how we go. Does it show me the rest of them? It's not gonna show me the rest of them, is it? Butt faces. Hang on. Oop, leaderboard. No, it's just not gonna show me. Really? That's stupid. Looney! How's it going, man? What's been happening? It's been so long. Dude, it's so long. I was wondering when I'd finally see your pretty face. It's my second stream for the past 6 months. Boom. Wait, you were in here the other night, weren't you? That's right. I'm not crazy. At least that's what my psychologist tells me. It's been very eventful, I guess you would call it. So, boyfriend and I broke up the other night. That's one thing. Broke my phone the other night too. That's another thing. What else? Yeah, man. You were here. You were here. Dude, I just tried to freaking spin it. That's funny as. Yeah, so that all happened, and then like, I know that's pretty much what happened. I freaking dribbled on for like most of the stream so far about like all this other shit. Like, yeah, I started speaking to an ex the other night, and then I've got like a bunch of plans for the next couple of weeks, because for the past couple of months, right, I got with my boyfriend, and then all of a sudden I just didn't have time to catch up with anyone. Like, the boyfriend was like, oh, do this and do that, let's do this and let's do that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on, hang on. I've always got guys fighting over me, man. Always. Wrong button the first time. Which wrong button? Cheers heaps for the host, man. Really appreciate it, Gino. Really appreciate it. Oh, dude. Boom. Die. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing a time trial. Don't let me forget that, guys. Don't let me forget that I'm doing a time trial. Man, like, that wasn't a very good freaking... Oh, I still got it. I wasn't expecting to get it. Hey, Juno. Yeah. I seriously thought I was going to lose that then. Seriously thought I was going to lose that. I don't know. Things just like... Because I live in a unit. I can't go out and have a bit of a smoke and a toke. I can go out for a smoke. I can't have the toke. So it gets to, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning and my brain is like, what are you doing, lady? You're still sober. You haven't like touched anything in like almost 24 hours. What is wrong with you? And it's also super cold outside, and I really can't be bothered going for a walk. I don't have to go far to do it. I just can't do it as easily as I used to be able to do it. If you know what I'm saying. But it makes, like, it gives me brain scramble kind of thing. Boom. How did that not kill the monkey? Let me through, let me through. Ah, not good. That was actually a really dumb idea. Ah! How quickly we forget. And... Ah! Seriously? Dude, why would I do that? It's okay. I got this, guys. I got this. Boom. Cheers, man. Cheers. Really appreciate it. Problem is getting down there. That's the only thing. Like, at the moment, on my Metro card, I don't even have any money. I get paid Wednesday. And then you just live so far away. Do you know how much sober I have to be for how long, man? You live like 2 hours away. 2 whole hours by train. Also, you know, then there's stranger danger, but that's normally my last concern. You know what? I'm a dumbass. This entire time I've been using the D-pad, and I'd probably be having a lot less trouble if I was using the stick. Bro. Next Wednesday. Yeah, I gotta wait another whole fucking week, bro. Another whole week. The money's been super tight lately as well, mostly because, you know, I had a boyfriend and the boyfriend was broke, so the boyfriend likes to have a smoke and a toke too. And the boyfriend can afford the toke, he just can't afford the smoke. So, dude, I jumped. It just didn't let me jump. Whereabouts are you, DJ? It's only just hit Wednesday here. It's like 2:40 in the morning, Wednesday morning. But yeah, so like he could afford the toke, but he couldn't afford smokes, right? So he'd get to payday. His money would be gone like payday day. And then he wouldn't be able to afford smokes, so he'd smoke my smokes all fortnight. Yeah. Which wasn't cool, was not cool. And then... Wait. Why am I still using a freaking D-pad? So like I was paying, what was it, like $200 a freaking fortnight for cigarettes for the past like 3 months. It was basically like a heap similar situation to when I ended things with Aussie Man. Where, you know, he was just bludging off me all the freaking time and it was costing me money. So much money. Exactly. That's one thing that I'm super keen about is I get to sleep whenever I want. And I get to sleep. Right. So here's the situation, right? I would go stay at my boyfriend's house. And we would sleep for the first couple of weeks. In fact, for the first 2 weeks, I think it was. I was sleeping on a couch. Dude, that was bad. AZ, that's Arizona, yeah. That's pretty cool. 10 a.m. I find time zones really freaking weird, man. Really weird. I love how we're like constantly ahead of America though. What was I saying? Yeah, so for the first 2 or 3 weeks, I'd go to his house or even his sister's house and we'd be sleeping on a freaking couch, two of us on a couch, and we'd be eating like fuck all and not like any of the good stuff. Like when we'd eat, we'd basically be living off of like HJ's freaking cheesy cheeseburgers and small fries. Like that was my meal. Once a day we'd have like a cheesy cheeseburger and small fries, and that'd be my meal for the day, kind of thing. Which is pretty stupid, considering, you know, I had a fully stocked fridge at home, and I've got a king-sized bed, and internet, which I didn't even have internet when I was freaking catching up with him, because he didn't have internet on. Yeah. Freaking weird. Completely freaking weird. I'm confused. Oh, wait, what? I'm confused, man. I'm confused. That took you ages to freaking respond to that. That comment was like 5 minutes ago, man. I was like, what? Wait, what's... That just lets me change my character, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm noticing my spelling's been really bad lately as well. Like, super bad. What's going on, Gino? Oh, that's right. Your sister gave birth not long ago. How's that going? How is it? Tell all, tell all. I was hoping there'd be like a box here, but there isn't. Where's my clock? Excuse me, clock. Thank you. Right. Well, there goes that. Ah! Bro. Bro! Can't find my boxes, can't find my clocks. I've got freaking problems, man. Got problems. Yeah, apparently newborns are actually super easy. Mostly probably because they literally just eat, sleep, poop. Am I forgetting any other basic newborn needs? They're not demanding. They don't want time and attention. They just want their basic survival needs met. Dude. Oh, I thought he hurt me. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not crazy. Ah. I keep forgetting that I'm doing a time trial. I keep slowing down at points that I really shouldn't be slowing down for. Oh. Ah. There you go, guys. What? Really? Really? Yeah, I've noticed that. My friend Zombie, who I keep talking about, she's got a, I think he's like 18 months old, but he's teething really bad at the moment. And the poor boy, he screams. Like, he's normally such a happy baby. But he's screaming bloody murder at the moment because of the teething. Waking up all... I think there's been a few times when... What? I pressed spin, man. Pressed spin. But yeah, so she's getting woken up all hours of the day and night and stuff like that as well. And I need my Whompers, man. I need my Whompers. Better start planning to trip over to Australia there, DJ. Oh, come on, man. I tried to get around that side. It did not work. It did not work. What's red and bad for your teeth? It is an old one, but it's still hilarious. I really need to, like, get onto doing a bunch of stuff. I'm heaps keen for all the time I'm about to have, you know? I don't know, part of it's also, I feel super unsettled as well doing stuff. Like, I don't know, I just feel super restless in this house. It's not like my old house. That's what's happening there, okay. Dude. I just couldn't stop bouncing, man. I just couldn't stop bouncing. Ah. Back in my day, I could get frickin' 3 masks by the time I got to this point. Yeah, these words are pretty dodgy. I'm surprised we haven't had that stupid, what was it? There's been a couple of words actually where it's like 2 words, but it's like the word of something. So they include it, but it won't register the space. So no matter what you do, it just sort of breaks. And it's a real bitch to reset. Real bitch. Come on, man. I'll maybe get gold this. Ah, dude. Gotta do better, gotta do better. But yes, I'm super excited about this extra stuff. Oh, why did I do that? Kill me now. I need my 1, man. I need my 1. Come on, bro. Wasted my 1. Dude, he wouldn't jump. Bro. Come on, Crash. Get your head in the game. Spin. Right, that's 2. And that one, and that one, and that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and that one. Fuck, how many of them do there need to be, man? Boom. Right. 52 seconds. Maybe? Yeah, we got it. We got it. Finally! Finally! What's next for me? As in when? Like in general? So at the moment, actually today I signed up so that I'm actually going to be an extra. Heaps excited about that. Oh, I fucking hate this thing. Super busy this weekend, like literally non-stop. which I guess is both a bad thing and a good thing. It's going to be an exciting weekend, but I'm not going to get much time to rest. And it's all just like, you know, catching up with people I haven't seen in a gazillion years. Some of them I don't even want to see, but, you know, it'll be cool. It'll be cool. That's what I'm trying to convince myself anyway. There's like at least 2 people that I don't actually want to catch up with that I'm going to be catching up with. Besides that, I mean, a lot of stuff has been postponed for quite a while now, like the business side of things. I've done pretty much no work on that, and main reason for that is when Aussie Man and I broke up, it actually cost me about $3,000 to clean up everything. Whoa, sweet. Wait, were the other ones only freaking sapphire, or were they platinum? I feel like they were sapphire. Yeah, they were sapphire. I hell thought they were freaking platinum. Bro. That's okay. We can always come back and redo them if I can be bothered. What was I saying? Yeah, so it cost me like $3,000 when Aussie Man and I broke up. Which is a lot of money. And after we broke up and we moved out, I did sort of fuck up a little bit, like, oh, dude. 5 seconds just to make it up the wall, that's not good. When it came to moving out, I was initially going to hire a professional cleaner just to go through, and a gardener. It was probably going to cost me, say, a couple of $100 to do it. But I would have gotten my full bond back, no problems, right? Instead, what I ended up doing is I had a mate, because money was already super tight. I was paying a ridiculous amount of rent for one person, because, you know, I didn't have a housemate anymore. He just sort of abandoned his share of the lease. So I didn't even have, like, backup money kind of thing. Anyway, when I moved out, I had a friend who, he's like, oh, instead of doing that, pay me and my missus, we'll come around, I'll do the lawns, she can do inside, and, you know, we'll get it done, just chuck us. Initially it was like going to be a carton and a bottle, and then they're like, oh no, just give us $100 instead. So I actually ended up giving him $150 because he also helped me move all my crap as well. Anyway, whoop, that was not good. Anyway, so after that, not like that was all well and good, but then after that, freaking, I got this letter charging us like $1,000 because it wasn't cleaned and stuff like that, like cleaning fees and shit like that. And initially I was like, nah, they're just like trying to screw with us. Turns out my mate didn't freaking do as good of a job as I would have expected, you know, from a mate. So, got super caught out there. I'm literally going to be spending, I think, what was it? I think it worked out to be roughly 2 years. Every pay, I have to pay $15 because that's all I can even afford to pay. Yeah, it hasn't been easy cash-wise. And then, like, in the meantime, you know, the guy that I've just been dating, he was freaking bludging off me as well, and like, yeah. And then I've still got to somehow, at some point, find the money to pay back my mum, like, $1,000, because she, like, lent me $1,000 when I moved in here, just so that I wouldn't be, like, short or anything. So at some point, I've got to freaking come up with money for that, too. It's, yeah. It's going to be a long time before I can start this business all of a sudden. I don't even have, like, savings to get my dental work done anymore. But, in saying that, like, there's still, like, a bunch of different stuff that I'm going to be doing in the meantime. Like, obviously, I'm heaps keen to do this extras work. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so that all seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not paid though, which kind of sucks. I'm also looking into like other sort of things that I can make money out of, like, yeah. I'm trying to come up with ways, man. Trying to come up with ways. But that's about it. Dude, give me a sec. Let me see if it's broken. Where is it here? Fuck, what's it called? Oh, Hangman, here we go. Open scripts folder. Hangman. And why is it not up the top? Dude, I don't know if it's gonna work. It doesn't register spaces. Oh, it worked. Dude. I knew that it didn't register spaces. I wasn't sure if it was gonna register the dash. So the second I looked at it, I was like, that's definitely fish scale, man. That's definitely fish scale, like. I'm just glad that the dashes at least work. Maybe I can like... Oh. I wonder if they've like fixed some of the other words like that now. Because I know there was quite a few... Well, there was at least a couple that we've been caught out on alone. Words where it's like two different words. But they've got a space. And it won't register a space. I know, it's cooked. Excuse me, what? That made no sense, man. No sense whatsoever. But sure. Walking forward and somehow the monkey that's behind me manages to hurt me. Oh, that's right. That's a whole other thing. Didn't need to do that. Oh well. Boom. Oh, come on, I jumped. Boom, boom. But yeah, so like I'm trying to clean up like a few things money wise. Just clean up my finances a little bit. Make life a little bit cruisier. If anyone has any suggestions on how to like make basically free money, I'm all ears. Free money that I don't have to declare because, you know, otherwise it kind of defeats the purpose. Dude, that sucked. Boom. Ah, didn't think I was gonna make that then. Dude, I wasn't even like pushing it straight still then, man. I'll find you, Carmen, and I'm going to chop you into 1,000 little pieces, blend those pieces, and then force feed the chum to your family. That's hilarious. She's like never in Australia. That's why I think it's still up. I'm offering, I don't know, some ridiculously high reward if you find her in Australia. Because never once has she ever been found, at least to my knowledge, in Australia. I think they fucked up the coding at some point. Oh yeah, just rob a bank, easy money, yeah, sure. Just that easy, man, just that easy. Okay. But nah, like, seriously, at this point, I'm even, like, looking into, like, what was it I was looking at today? It's like, there's a special name for it. What is it? Freaking product research or market research or whatever it's called, like surveys and shit. So I'm looking into doing them, like, I don't know, 500 points. I guess it depends on how many points you get per survey. But 500 points is 10 bucks PayPal. Otherwise, 500 points is, I think they said $10 Coles or Kmart or XYZ voucher. So that's not too bad. Like, if it's 500 points for a survey, but if it's like 10... Dude, what the fuck? But if it's like 10 points for a survey, then it's kind of pointless, isn't it? So I'm kind of hoping that, you know, with this extras work, they've lined me up with 2 different projects they're doing. The first one, at the very least, I'm pretty sure is unpaid. And then the second one, I'm hoping I might be able to potentially get a paid placement or something. It probably won't be if I'm an extra, but if I end up auditioning for an actual role, well, it could be a whole other ball game, guys. It could be a whole other ball game. You never know. Maybe I'll be a famous celebrity and like living in America in 6 months. I don't see it happening, but you know. Dude, that's cooked. Dude! Hey, you'd be surprised how often Carmen visits North America, man. She's always there. She's always there or in Asia. Almost every freaking time. Oh, I will. Don't you worry about that, man. I'm one of those people where I'm always like super grateful for everybody who has helped me get anywhere in life. I was actually talking about this earlier where last night I actually started talking to one of my exes. Just because I've had like obviously a really shit past couple of days. And this particular ex, he was there for me in a time where literally nobody else really was. Like around the time that Dad's house got burnt down, you know, I literally had no one. All my friends had been alienated and stuff like that. And because I've had a shit time, one of the things a lot of people will say is practice gratefulness. And I'd been going through like some old Facebook profiles of mine because, you know, apparently I've got old fake profiles and shit like that. And people still say happy birthday to them, by the way. Not sure why. They're very obvious fake profiles. They're not like good fake profiles. They are shit fake profiles. I just could never be bothered with them. But I was going through like a bunch of old stuff and I came across a couple of posts from this ex. I was like, oh, this dude, like, you know, I've always been so grateful because it does cross my mind quite often as well, you know, like something like that. It really has an impact on your life. And, you know, it always meant a lot to me that what he did because in a lot of ways it restored my faith in humanity. Dude, I spun. So I like messaged him. I was like, oh, actually I posted back on it. I was like, hey man, look, I just wanted to say again, you know, I'm super grateful for what went on back then and stuff like that. And we had a bit of a chat for a while. Part of me wonders if it was even the right move to even say anything, purely because it turns out the dude's still madly in love with me after 8 years and hasn't even had a girlfriend since. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, and like on top of just even stuff like that, one thing I've always wanted to do, going back when I was about 16, 17, in fact, no, I just turned 16, that's right. I was living over in Victoria and I ran away from home and I found myself in this little tiny itty bitty town called Seymour. In fact, even like people before I got to Seymour had been super helpful. I remember going to the church one night and like you know, they gave us a bed. Like, the dude that I ran away with, neither of us were Christian or Catholic or anything, but I'd always heard, you know, if you go to the church, well, on moral grounds, you will find assistance. Like, you can find assistance regardless of who you are with the church, or I wouldn't quite go regardless with who you are, but you know what I'm saying. So they put us up for the night and, you know, gave us money for bus fare and that sort of stuff. And we stayed at places, like all these different places. And, you know, there was even a random guy, he almost ran us over. We woke up, we'd slept under a bridge this particular night, and we woke up to almost being run over. And this particular dude, he's asked us for a pen, and then, you know, it turned out he'd been going through a pretty rough time as well. So he actually he was actually out there clearing his head, which is why I wanted the pen. It helped for him to sit down and, you know, just write some stuff down, write his thoughts and stuff down. Anyway, when he returned the pen, he actually, you know, started asking us, you know, like, what are you guys doing here? And he got to know our situation. And then because obviously, you know, we explained that we were sort of homeless at the time, he, you know, took us to the nearest servo, bought us a tea and a coffee. That particular morning, I'd woken up, turned out I actually had bronchitis, so I'd woken up like super sick. But, you know, most people, they'd be like, oh yeah, job's right, I'll just drop him off at this freaking servo kind of thing. But no, this dude, like, we went to this servo and we chatted some more, and then he's like, oh, do you guys have anything planned for today? Like, where he's headed? And we're like, oh, well, we're not really sure. And he's like, oh, well, if you want, you can hang out for a little bit, you know. So we went out for a bit of a drive, and we actually caught up with some of his mates and went out and freaking had a few cones and shit like that. It was actually a wicked day. Stories that I'll never, ever, ever forget. And then he ended up like dropping us off at the train station later that day in the next town, so that, you know, we didn't have to you know, make our own way there or anything like that. And just stupid shit like that, you know. And it made all the difference in the world to us, you know. But part of me's always wanted to actually go back and do sort of like a thank you tour of that entire area and just like hand out thousands and thousands of dollars to do it to all these places that helped. Unfortunately for that, obviously you need money, which, you know, kind of don't have, unfortunately. And on top of that, you know, tracking down some of those people will literally be impossible. Like that particular dude, I don't even know his name. What am I meant to do? Just go to the bridge in the hope that he's still hanging out there, or like, you know? So I don't know. It's a good idea in theory, and I would still really like to do it, but I don't know, maybe there's another way of doing it even. I'm open to suggestions, guys. I'm open to suggestions. Oh, dude, I fucked that up. I can't believe I did that, man. I can't believe I did that. Sorry guys, I like to freaking catch up on chat and stuff when like I'm in between things. I can't keep checking it and stuff. Do you know what's funny about that Foodles thing? Is Looney had already guessed F well before Gino did. What time is it? I don't know, it keeps changing. Banana? Oh, no, I don't know. Would that be banana? I don't know. Oh, I'm so keen for that. And, oh, dude, what's the date today? What's the date? What's the date? Where is it? eBay, there it is. Dude, I can't believe I haven't gone and gotten it yet. So I've got absolutely no money, but I am still making a massive point to go to EB Games in the next couple of days because Persona Q2 just got released and I need that shit so hard. But yeah, I'm super keen for the CTR remake as well. I just don't have the money to buy it. I need $1,000 in order to spend $1,000. I know, right? It's weird how it works. Unless, you know, any of you happen to be rich and want to hook a girl up. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, there's always Hindley. Yeah. Mate. I have literally even considered that sort of stuff. My sister was telling me at one stage there's like someone, I think she's been freaking hanging out on the dark web a bit. And she's like telling me about all these shady things that like she could get into and stuff like that. And this dude, really? She's like, oh, yeah, conduct a manhunt, totally. Wait, what's getting close? Oh, this, yeah, crash, yeah. A wild the forest enters the fray. What? EB Games is still a thing. I'm not convinced that freaking, what is it, freaking Game Traders is. EB is the bomb. How do you not know EB is still a thing, bro? And I already forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so my sister was telling me like about how, you know, there's guys that like, or and what it is, like they're people who, if you as a woman wear your underwear and get them basically as gross and dirty as possible, well then like they will pay really good money, and like the grosser and dirtier the better. So, you know, that would be kind of dude, I didn't even get my fucking clock. How dumb can you get? Ah, really? No way. EB's going strong, aren't they? Where are we going to get games from if there's no EB? I buy all my games from EB. I don't freaking buy them online, man. I like my physical copies, and I like cheap games. That's the other big thing. And I hate cashies games. In fact, dude, the other week I bought, what was it, 6 new games for $90. They're all pre-owned from freaking EB, but EB, you know, actually look at quality and stuff like that, unlike cashies. Dude, why is my spin not working? No. Really? That's messed up. Super messed up. Like, that's dodgy, man. But no, seriously, like, apparently it's like a Melbourne-based thing. And you're not allowed to sell that sort of stuff online. So, you know, you gotta go through the dark web. Because, you know, bodily fluids and all that. But I was like, you know what? To me, that seems like the perfect freaking deal, right? I gotta wear underwear anyway. Now, if I want to go out or something like that, like, hey, it's not hard to like wear them for like a day and make it sweaty. Like, I'll go jogging in that shit, man, if the price is right. But on top of that, I get to wear prettier underwear, not have to do as much freaking washing because I won't need to wash my underwear. I'll have pretty new underwear on all the time, and I get money for it. So this what I mean is it's a pretty good deal if you ask me. And I never have to meet the creeps. Like, it's not like I'm like a hooker where, you know, I'm meeting these creeps and like having sex with them. I don't have to do shit. I just have to wear some undies. And live with the knowledge that someone else is probably sniffing them afterwards. But, you know, I never have to meet them, so, you know. Not my problem, man. Not my problem. To me, that sounds like a pretty good fucking deal. Wait, what? It registered as the auto mod registered thought, I think, as wait, identity. Maybe it's registering the 200 IQ. I don't know. It's allowed anyway. 200 IQ thought behavior right there, man. No, but that's the thing, is like, it's not that I'm thirsty, it's just like, I need money, man. I need money bad. Like, my credit card is literally maxed out, and I'm not talking like a grand or two, I'm talking $10,000 limit. Maxed out. Well, that's true. Yeah, it was the thought that freaking got picked up. Add permitted term. Apparently cock thought's different from normal thought. Even according to automod. But like... Oh, I didn't freaking grab the timer before that happened. Really? What's the point of getting my wampers if I freaking don't get the timer and die? But nah, like, it's at the point where like $10,000 on my credit card. I owe my mum $1,000. So that's 11 grand. I kind of just make ends meet. So, and by meet I mean just make it meet, sort of. Like, I'm not saving any money at the moment. I don't have extra money to save, or at least I haven't for the past couple of months. That could be a different story now that I don't have a boyfriend freaking smoking all my cigarettes. Shit like that. This is the problem, man. This is the problem. I needs the monies. Christ, I was even tempted. The crush at the start of the year, he was trying to convince me to make porns with him. Like, because apparently Pornhub was like, I don't know, apparently they pay like $1,000 or something for amateur porn. And I was like, what? And he wanted me to get in on that with him. I was like, you know what? I get to have sex with my crush and get paid lots of money to do it. I'm just saying. Problem is, I also have, you know, too many exes that go on Pornhub, and, you know, a little brother who's 16 almost. So that's a bit of a problem for me. Can't exactly be going on freaking Pornhub. That would be hilarious. I'd do it as a side business, man. Actually, I saw a post on Facebook yesterday, and it was like something to the effect of deleting all my social media.
And it's chilly inside. It's a regular chilly.
It was something to the effect of, I'm deleting all my social media. If you want to speak to me, you'll have to follow me on Pornhub. Which is understandable, you know, if they're paying such good money. I'm just saying. Bro, I need my freaking masks. Why do I have no masks? What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. You are distracting, man. You are distracting. Oh, yeah, I see how it is, man. I see how it is. Look at you with all your fancy non-debtness. Like, that's not even, that's, oh my gosh, I've got student loans and shit like that as well. Thank gosh we've got Hex in Australia, man. I would be so screwed otherwise. Because in America, with student loans, you have to, like, make repayments, like, the entire time or whatever, don't you? Or, you know, and I think they charge interest as well over in America. Whereas you don't have that in Australia. In Australia, you get your loan. You don't have to pay it back till you're earning over a certain amount, which is like a reasonable amount. It's like $75,000 a year, which is average wage. And then you don't accrue any interest either. So, you know, I could have that for my entire life and it'll still be the actual loan amount. But if I had to pay that shit back, I would not be able to afford it. Simple as that. But yeah, so I $10,000 credit card. I owe my mum $1,000. I freaking have to pay back these stupid wankers for my old house. That's roughly another $1,000. No, maybe it's more than that even. No, it's like, yeah, that's about $1,000 again. So what's that? That's like 12,000. That's without taking into account, like, you know, anything else. And no, it's all cooked. And the worst part is I like, at the moment I have to freaking still pay interest on some of it. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, I thought I fucked that then. Dude. Let me through. Hey, it's gold. I'll settle for gold. Dude. What are you studying, man? What are you studying? Like I said, that's not an issue in Australia anyway, because with the Hex loans, you don't have to repay them till you're earning over, I think it's 75,000. I mean, I think it could be a little bit different in some circumstances when it comes to TAFE courses. Like some of them might not be covered completely under Hex or something like that, or you might have to still pay student fees, which with uni, I managed to get all my student fees covered, all my course fees, the whole lot covered without having to pay anything up front, which is amazing, really. It really is. We are very, very lucky. Oh. But I couldn't even imagine, like, if I had to pay it up front, I would never have gone to uni. Simple as that. And that's the other thing as well, guys, is at the moment, like, okay, so I've got a broken, I've been through 2 phones in the past month, right? Which is a bad thing. I'm lucky in the sense that I had like $500 put away, which was meant to be for some dental work I need to get done at some point eventually. But instead, that's now going on my phone. Dude, I fucked that so hard. So hard. That was not good. Come back. Really? Really? Wasn't talking to the bats. Just talking to the freaking thing. What happens? The bats come and screw me over. People wonder why I don't like superheroes. It's because of Batman. No, actually, it's really not. I just hate superheroes. Dude, he dropped on my freaking head. Oh yeah, nice, man, nice. That'd be a pretty full-on course, yeah. Dude, why did I do that? How long does that go for? And that'd be through tape, yeah? Being a certinal. I got one of the mates that I'm actually catching up with, hopefully on Sunday, in fact. He's hoping to get into the same line of work. He was telling me, at the moment he's doing his first aid course, then he's hoping to get into, what was it, Cert 3 in aged care or something like that. And then from there he wanted to go into another thing, and then he was going to go do nursing, which is his goal eventually. I honestly couldn't do that kind of job, man. I honestly couldn't do it. It'd be such a tough job. I know plenty of nurses, and people that have worked in hospitals and stuff like that. In fact, that's the main reason I choose the hospital I do. Purely because my auntie works there. So my aunt, well, she used to work there. So she used to be able to like come and visit me and stuff when I was in hospital after work. Make me feel a little bit less alone. Not that I was ever really lacking for visitors anyway. My dad would always come in and visit me once a day anyway, and where he could anyway. Well, that went a little bit smoother than last time at least. Just a touch, not as smooth as I'd liked still, but still a lot better than last time. Yeah, bros. Let's go, let's go. Oh, where are we going now? Here we go. Ah. Oh, come on, man. Oh, yeah. See, I think that's probably better the way you're doing it, to be honest. But, like, with the online stuff, wouldn't that be, like, a TAFE-based course, if that makes sense? So, it'd be, like, the curriculum set by, say, TAFE, and then, like, monitored and stuff from the aged care facility. Aged care is such a hard job, man. Such a hard job. In fact, my stepmom, ex-stepmom, she used to be a cleaner for, what was it called? Handicare or something like that. So they basically deal with people in, like, elderly people, basically. Hey, Dragonfall Kid, how is it going, man? How's it going? Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Huh. Hey, well, at the end of the day, you know, fuck TAFE. TAFE sucks, man. TAFE got done, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago for a whole bunch of diplomas that they would like given out, and certificates and shit that they'd given out that they weren't supposed to give out because, you know, they fucked up. They were just like passing people who hadn't even done the coursework and shit. Yeah, well, that's exactly it, man. That's exactly it. I've got a lot of respect for people who work in that field. You know, it's just a tough job. Like I said, you know, even my stepmom, even as a cleaner, it doesn't matter if you're a carer or what capacity your role is when you're dealing with the elderly. A lot of it is about you know, checking that they're okay and that they have everything they need. And my stepmom would, you know, she'd go to some of these people's houses and, you know, she'd come back with some real horror stories. Like, what was it? One of them was, in fact, it was quite a common one. The family, about the family and stuff like that being really negligent. You know, she was concerned about one gentleman where the son, she was actually concerned the son was abusing him physically. Because for whatever stupid ass reason, people just can't be bothered tolerating the, like, even tolerating the elderly. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're now an inconvenience. Never mind the fact that, you know, you've cared for me all my life, or, you know, you've served some sort of communal purpose. Because everybody has some sort of purpose. You don't make it through life without any sort of purpose. Everybody has some sort of purpose or some sort of effect on others throughout their life. But some people just don't give a fuck. Like, and it's sad. It really is sad. Even if they'd been complete drop kicks their entire life, no one deserves to be freaking abused and shit in their old age. I don't know, some things are really fucking dodgy. So it'd be like, you've got all these other horror stories about nursing homes as well, even, where you've got staff who hate elderly people, become aged carers, and then smother the clients and shit like that. Like, what the actual fuck? If you hate elderly people, don't freaking go and become a carer. Like, plenty of other jobs. Ah! Dude, I fucked it again! Oh yeah, some of the nurses are horrible. That's understandable, man, and at the end of the day, that's the thing, is I'm hoping, because, I mean, aged care is something that we've been told for years. We need more people in the aged care, faculty, what's the word I'm looking for? Industry. It's not an industry, but you get what I mean. Like, was expected to double the amount of aged care. This is going back like a couple of years ago now. But the number of people in the aged care system was expected to like double or triple or quadruple or some bullshit like that within the next 10 to 15 years. Like, and a lot of the people who are currently carers, well, they're not going to be able to care by that stage, because, you know, a lot of the people that were doing the caring why am I not popping back? Thank you. Dude, that was fucked. So fucked. I already forgot what I was saying, man. Already forgot what I was saying. But yeah, like, it is a very, very important job, and I'm really glad that there are people, and disability industries, it's very, very similar. I miss my old job, man. I really do. I went and saw them actually not long ago, which was absolutely amazing. You know, they even let me into the office and stuff. I don't think they're really supposed to, but they did. HR lady's like, oh, come through, come sit down. So we went in, sat down, and had a bit of a chat, and it was good, so good. Hadn't been there since I left, pretty much. I don't know, I just sort of dropped off the face of the earth for a while there. Not just through stream, but everything else as well, man. Especially when I moved down Semaphore. In fact, particularly when I moved down Semaphore. At least before that, I was sort of, you know, still streaming at least and catching up with people, and I haven't even done that in the past 6 months. Dude, why did I do that again? Dude! I need to stop rushing. I know it's a time trial, but I need to stop rushing. I don't need to rush. It's perfectly achievable. What's the worst case scenario? I don't get platinum. I don't get gold. I only get my freaking relic still. The game's just trying to screw with me, man. It's just trying to screw with me. Whoop. Ran into the spider. Ah! Up. Let's go, let's go. Dude! Cheers, man, cheers. I will get there. I will. I swear to gosh. We haven't done too bad so far tonight. We managed to get through Stormy Ascent. We managed to take on Cortex. We've gotten all the relics up to this level. They're not all gold, but that's okay. They don't have to be gold. I wouldn't mind making them all platinum eventually. Maybe that'll be my goal. Platinum run. But I probably won't worry about it. Honestly, I probably won't worry about it. Seems very frustrating and time consuming. Dude, why wasn't that ready to go out? Are you guys proud of me, by the way? I just want to like point out it's been 2 whole hours of streaming and I haven't even taken a smoke break yet. I will be shortly though. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not a saint. I'm only human. I tell you what though, I've freaking got like the life going down here in Semaphore. I still don't know how I ended up in a situation where I was never at home for like weeks on end. Like for the past few months even. You know, I could have understood if it was only for like a month or a month and a half or something stupid like that, but it's been way too long. And I never, like at home, I've got internet, I've got my king size bed, I've got free Netflix. I don't pay for my Netflix. I'm logged into my friend's account. In fact, that's the other person who's coming over to visit me soon. My friend that I need to come up with a name for him. I don't think I ever came up with a name for him. But I talk about him quite often. He's the one that was gonna hook me up with the streaming on my DS. Keeps telling me that. Still hasn't happened, man. Still hasn't happened. But he's coming over, I think, in a couple of weeks' time. Fuck, what's the date? Who'd I say what to? Oh no, that was a different person. It's okay. But yeah, he's coming over, I think the 17th. He said he'll be over this way. And he's keen to catch up. And I'm like, remember to bring your DS. And he's like, I promise I will. Whether or not that happens or not. But what I'm thinking is I may have to hold off just a little bit on this Persona Q2 stuff. And then we... Dude, really? And then we can play it together. How awesome would that be? No spoilers though, no spoilers. I freaking love those games. In fact, I would be so keen. I really want to... See, this is the thing, right? Is I want to do a full playthrough of 3, 4, 5, Q, and Q2. Problem is, they're just such big games that you can't really do that. And like, I've got Persona 3 FES, which that's 2 parts. Dude, really? That's like 2 parts. And it's like really awesome, man. It's just really awesome. That's all you need to know. It's like 2 parts. So you've got like the game, the normal game, and then you've got this whole other part which is a little bit more dungeon crawler. instead of like the storyline really being there at all. There's a little bit of a storyline, I guess, but you know, definitely not like there is normally. Dude, why? So it's like, it's a massive game, and all the Persona games are the kind of game where a second playthrough is almost necessary. And the best part is, right, I've actually not completed Persona Q. I played it and played it through all the way, with the exception I could not get past the last fucking boss. To this day, I have not gotten past the last boss on that one. I'm not sure if I fucked it up, if I just needed to develop a little bit more. Like, all I know is I haven't done it, and I need to fucking do that before I play number 2. You'll find her, you will. I'm sure you will, man. Maybe. I don't know. Bitch is never here, man. Bitch is never here. Oh, sweet. Cheers heaps, man. Really, really, really appreciate it. So at this stage, I'm planning on at least streaming on Tuesdays. Tuesdays for me is a super good day to stream. It's just, I need to come up with at least one other day a week that I can stream. That's my problem. Oh, dude, I don't know why I keep doing that, man. Keep forgetting about those bats and spinning. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm definitely super keen to get back into streaming properly. It's just, yeah. It's just a matter of organizing it all. Were you around? Oh, no, you weren't around when I first started streaming. Have you ever seen any of the Persona games? I really like them. I think they're fucking amazing. I do need to do my cam. That's another. I don't even know where that fucking thing is or how to set it up. Just saying. I'm actually, tonight I was messing around a little bit with the layout and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you could tell. I did, however, discover that they finally added your freaking stream, a proper stream label for your subs. Before you had to like run it through the web and sort of like create it yourself. It was really weird. I do not know why they did not have a sub one. I guess a lot of people probably use counters or whatever for it instead. Dude! Hate that, man. I really need to get onto the cam though, like I do. I mean, my other big issue, I think it was last time that, well, my no longer boyfriend and I were at my house, I was actually having a bit of a mess around with my Adobe stuff. And I think like it did a little bit of the thing, and I was like, nah, I need to freaking start working on the layout. And I was working on a couple of different things, like new designs, because I want to redesign the whole lot. The whole lot and make it all pretty. I'm just trying to like come up with a decent sort of style and design and stuff like that. That's what I'm struggling with, because I don't have a sense of style and design. And I'm actually thinking, I only came up with this idea tonight. This friend that's coming over on Sunday, the little dude, that's his nickname now, it's just little dude. But he's done a little bit of, you know, he's more done sort of software animation kind of thing. But he's like better when it comes to design and stuff like that than what I am. So I'm thinking I might even ask him if he's keen. I also recently went to my best friend's party, and while I was there, I was having a bit of a chat to this mate of mine. His name's Butter. He's actually... Oh, thank gosh we made it through the freaking level. We got gold. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But he's right into graph. And he's actually one of the people I was speaking to a little while ago about maybe getting his design up on some t-shirts, some canvases. I was even going to get him to do up like a few designs for, say, you know, even basic stuff like mugs and pens and pencils and that sort of shit. So that way we've got a bit of merch and, like, you know, we can do little giveaways and shit like that. I spoke to him. He actually seemed really keen for the idea. Only problem is at the moment I do not have the monies for it, and I can't even fucking roll smoke at the moment, man. Dude, and I just found a needle, like a proper needle, on my floor, and I've had kids here, so many kids. And by so many kids, I mean like 2, and only ever one at a time. But you know, still, that's too many when you've got like a needle on your floor. But yeah, so I'm hopefully going to be organizing some stuff. I was chatting to someone a little while ago, who he actually said he'd even be willing to put up the money for the games business. So if I started the games business, which requires a lot of graphic design, well then I could get some prototypes done up and like start doing bits and pieces and have it funded, hopefully fairly easy. But it's just a matter of, you know, getting it all organized, man. Getting it all organized. I need help. It's just like I'm really bad at explaining things as well, you know. So like, for example, with the board games, I can see it in my head about how I want it to look. Actually explaining that to any person is impossible. So is, like, me doing up designs, because I just really suck at graphic design. Super suck at graphic design. But we'll get there, guys. I promise we'll get there. That's not a freaking... I'm not convinced I ever even did that, hey? Huh. We'll find out, won't we? It is so many, man. Oh, don't worry. The other week, I went to Vampire's house, and I'm just gonna call him Ghost, my ex-Ghost. He went to go visit his ex, the mother of his children. And he left with 1 child and he came back with 2. And then like Zombie also has 2 children. So all of a sudden there was 4 children in one house. 4 children. As in 4 children aged like 6 or 7, and then a 5-year-old, and then a 3-year-old, and an 18-month-year-old. I should point out, on top of that, the oldest 2 have autism. I'm pretty sure I am permanently deaf, because all the kids were doing were literally running back and forth, back and forth. Oh mate, where there's a will, there is a way. It's just a matter of doing it. You know what I mean? Like, really sitting down with someone who gets what I'm trying to put across. And, you know, it would be a case of going over again and again and again. That's what I'm thinking, is maybe, like, I can chat to little dude and he might be keen to do up some designs for me, even for free. Or even for, I could probably talk him into even doing it for a percentage. He'd probably jump on board, you know, because he never actually finished his course. Which is, you know, obviously a con, not a pro. but it gives him some real world experience, and obviously if he did a good job, I could then write him a recommendation and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, on that note, give me like 5 minutes, guys. I am going to go for a break because it's been like 2 hours, man. Over 2 hours. I suppose I should probably freaking quickly check my other stupid thing as well, just in case anyone messaged me. Because I can't get my messages now. Because, you know, I don't have a phone. Suckers. Alright, I'll be back in like 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. Get pumped. Alright guys, I am back. Let's get rid of the break time. I'm sorry to report, but we've only got like 45 minutes left of the stream. My dumb ass freaking should have started... Wait, what? Hey, Antarctica isn't a freaking city. It's a continent, mate. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so my dumb ass needs to learn to actually start streaming at a more reasonable hour. Last week was good because I started streaming earlier and I think we did like an 8-hour stream or something like that. But I have to sort of try and get to the beach. Right, so because I live in a unit, I can't freaking have like a toque or anything in my building, obviously, and I don't want to do it outside my building, obviously, either. You know, Semaphore is a pretty popular place, and it's not like a posh area, but it's the kind of area where like people care about that sort of stuff for some stupid reason. So I always go to the beach. I live literally a stone throw away from the beach. Problem is people down here also wake up. Beach people wake up early, okay? I don't know why they're all crazy. There's like people that go jogging and shit in the morning. And like normally you've got crab people. I call them crab people. They're crab catching people. But like the crab people will sometimes be down there all hours of the day and fucking night. Please. And then like people also go running and stuff down the beach with their dogs and shit all hours of the morning as well. So I gotta like so I gotta like try and beat them all down there. And it's like already 4:10, man. It's already 4:10. Those fuckers get up at like 5 o'clock. And I can't sleep without my freaking toque. I must say though, like I'm loving streaming again. Like I reckon if I had have managed to get my internet on a lot sooner, it would have saved me a lot of issues, man. A lot of issues. Like it wasn't until I think mid-March that that I actually finally got the internet on at this house. Because I had like 2 freaking times before that I had people come out to the house. But every time I was like told that they didn't need to do anything. And that no one had to be home. And then it got to the day and they're like, oh yeah, so we're at the front door but no one seems to be home, so we're gonna have to come back another day. I'm like, well, I asked if I need to be home and I was told no. And I think the second time I fucked up the days or something like that, so I was like, fuck me, man. But mid-March was when I finally got the internet on here. Now, when I first moved down to Semaphore, which was like a couple of days before Valentine's Day, I was super lonely, like depressed lonely. Like I would do nothing down here really, except for go for walks all hours of the day. Dude, really? Walk all hours of the day and the night. Oh, I just fucked that up. Yeah, all hours of the day and night, and just like take down Pokemon gyms and shit like that. And like, and I'm talking for a solid week. That's all I was doing. Just like, yeah. I actually started like a rivalry down here. It was all owned by Red and Yellow when I came down here. And then I'm on Blue. So I would walk around in the middle of the night, take all the fucking gyms. And we're talking like 8 or 9 gyms sometimes. depending on where I actually went. Sometimes it'd only be 6 or 7. You know, like, it wasn't just a 1 or 2. But it got to the point where I would take out a gym, and they started picking up on what times I was going out and shit like that. So, like, they'd pretty much wait for me to go do my run and try and, like, pinpoint when they could take out my gyms and shit like that. Or they'd, like, bury their Pokemon and shit like that while I was trying to take down their gyms. It was fucked. Anyway, so I did stuff like, you know, because none of my friends were visiting me and stuff, I had, like, one friend who actually ended up... Thank you, there we go. Who finally came and visited me, and that was Zombie. And then that's how I ended up meeting my ex, was because Zombie and Ghost, their brother and sister. So I ended up hanging out with them a lot, and obviously ended up in a relationship with Ghost. Dude, I never fucking did this level earlier. What a dumbass. I knew there was something I fucking forgot to do. Man, all of a sudden it's back to caring about lives and shit. But anyway, that's how I ended up freaking with Ghost. And that fucked up a lot of my shit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, not because of him himself, but because it was stuff like, you know, things with the crush were going fairly well at the time still, and like, obviously my finances were starting to get, like, just starting to get on track. Fuck. And, you know, just shit like that. And then, like, I sort of met him, and that all sort of went out the window. What? Motherfucker. But if I had have, like, had internet on sooner, right, I could have avoided all that, because I would have been, like, chill if I was, like, hanging out with you guys, if that makes sense. You guys keep me sane, is what I'm trying to say. Ugh. Get in there. Get him. Get him, Crash. Be a good Bandicoot. Ah! Yeah, bro. Perfect. Boom. Exactly, man. You got my back. You got my back. And that's the thing, like, even when I was with Aussie Man, right? When I was with Aussie Man, I was lonely a lot of the time. Because we didn't really do anything. Like, yeah, it was a really shit relationship towards the end. Let's just put it that way. You know, we'd have arguments over whether or not he could take 5 minutes out of his busy fortnight schedule to freaking chop potatoes for dinner and shit like that, you know? That kind of bullshit. You know, there was one night in particular where I was where I was like extra bad because, like, I'd organized Uber Eats, as in I'd organized it, I was paying for it, I'd taken like 3 hours or 2 hours to choose the freaking restaurant. I'd worked out exactly what I wanted. All Aussie Man had to do, I shit you not, all he had to do is take 2 seconds out of his... Fuck, I forgot to move to the side again. 2 minutes out of his oh so busy schedule to fucking choose what he wanted and press send. Literally all he had to do. I reminded him after about 45 minutes, so have you done it? Oh no, sorry babe, not yet. And then, like, What was it? Oh, I didn't have to fucking do it then. Sweet. Oh, dude, I fucking hate these levels, eh? Get in there. Oh, I swear, I will finish this story, guys. But I refuse to lose this. Yeah, there we go. 25 seconds. Almost 26, but it's 25. Look, the number says 25. Trust me, I would if I could. I would if I could, man. What was I saying though? I already fucking lost it, man. Oh yeah, so I reminded him after the first freaking hour, you know, have you done it yet? Oh no, sorry babe, not yet. And then I reminded him again, like half hour later, because we'd gone out for another smoke, because that's pretty much all the time that him and I were spending together, guys. All the fucking time was like smoke breaks. We'd run into each other like once an hour for 5 minutes. Like, that's pretty sad. But I reminded him like after about 25 minutes or something like that, I went into the room and like, look, have you done it yet? Like, it's probably going to be shut soon. And then like another 45 minutes later, I go in there again and I'm like, oh, because like that time after the 25 minutes, by that time it'd be like an hour and a half, right? Since I first gave him my phone to order his freaking food. Anyway, he's like, oh yeah, I'll do it now, And he didn't fucking do it. And so 45 minutes later, I'm like, dinner must be here like pretty shortly. Oh dude, how the fuck did I miss that shit? And I go in there and he's like, oh nah, I'm just about to order it now. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? By that time it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I mean, most places in Adelaide, it would have been a weeknight, so I reckon that's why I was even doing it, is I reckon I'd worked that day, so I didn't feel like cooking. But most places in Adelaide, like, we don't stay open late, especially not on weeknight. Half these fuckers will shut at like 9 o'clock, and then the rest will stay open till like 10 or 11, if you're lucky. Anyway, he was like, oh no, it'll still be open, and sure enough it was fucking shut, wasn't it? So we didn't even eat that night. I just got the shits and went to bed. I was like, fuck you, man, fuck you. I remember there was a point to why I brought that story up. Yeah, man. And like, we did the Macca's thing a fair few times, even though it was like literally across the road from us. Like, literally, it was like, our house was maybe 2 minutes walk from the end of our street. You had to cross the road and you were there. Like, it was pretty fucking close. But I didn't want to walk, man. I didn't want to have to walk. Order it in the rain, and it's like heaps cheap delivery and shit too. But no, like, I can't have so much fast food. I used to love eating fast food, and occasionally, you know, I still love to eat fast food. Problem is, I do have it's a clotting disorder. It's called factor V latent. Basically what it is my blood is overcoagulated. And basically if I have too much fast food, I can literally have, you know, die, have a stroke. In fact, that's why, I'm not sure if you were around at the time, Looney, but when I was finishing up my last job, I actually did a 17-hour stream, and that resulted in a clot in my leg, which is why I don't stream for insane periods of time anymore, guys. I'd love to, don't get me wrong, just my body doesn't like it. So I try to avoid eating too much junk. Dude, I jumped and tried to go in, man. I jumped and tried to go in. I'm also not meant to smoke or, you know, drink too much. Yeah, no joke. Perfectly timed. But no, that's how I end up with the clot in my leg, right? Is, I was pretty upset because, like, I found out that day that I was, not going to be able to renew my contract. And I went home and understandable. But yeah, so I'd gone home and I I started streaming and drinking quite heavily, and because I was stressed out, I was smoking more and I was drinking more, like ridiculous amounts at the time. And 17 hours is a very long time when you're pretty much just going from one chair to another, because that's what my smoke breaks were. Is like I would just move, I would move from the chair in the lounge room to the chair outside and then sit on the chair outside while I had my smoke, and then like go back inside. And the chuff actually isn't so good for it either, because apparently, and I don't know how true it is, apparently it helps absorb fat into the system. I don't know how much truth there is to that. I've heard different reports. In fact, Ghost was sitting there trying to convince me that apparently weed helps thin the blood, which I don't think that's the case, but sure, we'll go with that. But yeah, like, I gotta be careful, man. I gotta be careful. And that's one of the things that was worrying me about my whole relationship with Ghost is, again, you know, most of the meals we were having were Hungry Jacks. Yeah, that requires effort though. All I know is that regardless of the outcome, it's not going to make a difference. Like, I'm not going to quit it, even if it turns out I'm right. And if he's right, well then it's doing me a service, you know? And it could be one of those situations as well where I know that it does cause both high and low blood pressure. Where I'm not sure if that's just depending on the person, but I know in the past I've had issues with my blood pressure, which, you know, it was put down to stress, but the cones probably had a little bit more of an impact than, you know, I let the doctor believe. That sort of stuff. But yeah, so when I was with Ghost, like, we were getting into that whole, again, just eating crap all the fucking time. Let me through, yes. Get up there. Get up there. Ah. Oh, come on, bro. Really? Really? That's gonna cost me. Dude! That fucked me up so hard. Dude, really? Come on, man. It's like I was going too fast for a little bit there. Oh, really? 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 Fuck. So you're gonna sell my ass on Hindley Street, but you'll cook for me, you'll game with me, and you'll smoke with me. That's actually not that bad of a deal, man. I could make some good money out of this. Trust me, mate. You don't want me. I'm broken. Broken. Absolute fucking head case, man. Like, you would not believe the stories I could tell you. I would have mentioned my lovely little fucking trip on Valentine's Day. Which, again, that wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything that time. But I think it was like a month before that I was in like a pretty bad spot, mostly because of the financial stuff and the fact that, you know, all of a sudden I found myself living alone and paying a lot of bills and that sort of stuff. And it got to the point where my friends actually threw me a pity party. I might have mentioned this even like when I was still doing the Spyro stuff. But, you know, like, and even the crush, you know, he came around and checked on me, I think, a couple of days later because, and, like, I had all my medication and stuff out on my kitchen table and stuff like that because I was just going to take it all one night. Yeah. Anxiety and depression's really not fun. This is what I mean, like, if I had have got my internet organized here, it could have saved a lot of issues for me. A lot of issues. Plus, do you really want to be with someone where, like, you already know they're madly in love with someone else? Like, really? I still don't... This is what I don't understand about Ghost, right? When we got together, he... like, the first thing I said to him was, yeah, no, not gonna happen. Like, because he was like, oh, yeah, I like this one. Heaps keen, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, yeah, no, not gonna happen. I like someone else. I'm in love with someone else. Even sat there and explained the entire situation to him. Dude. And he just took that as a challenge. Like... basically he's like, oh, we'll just have to try and get you over this crush sort of thing. And it's like, well, no, it's really not that simple, man. You don't just go from being in love with someone for what? In fact, it's been... I thought it'd only been like 6 years. It turns out it's been like 8 years. Almost 8 years. Like, yeah. And that's with... I've had like 3 different boyfriends in that time. It didn't fix it, man. It didn't fix it. Even his, like, you know, you just need to move on and get over it and stuff like that. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. I tried. Do you know how much easier my life would be if I could just get over that sort of shit, man? So much easier. But no, apparently, like, emotions aren't controllable and shit like that. Yeah, you got similar issues, man? I think a lot of people have similar issues. It's unfortunate, but it's one of those things where, you know, you just got to be able to get through the downs, and then when you hit the ups, it's good again. You know what I mean? Mate, you just want to bone. Is that what I'm hearing? You're going to sell my ass and bone me. That's your plan. Oh, and cuddle me. And feed me. This does not seem like a good plan. Although it's probably not that different from what the crush was suggesting. I'm just saying. Although he wasn't actually talking about selling my ass. He was just going to sell copies of me and him. So, you know. Oh, you want to just chill out and freaking game and chuff? Sold, mate. Sold. I'm always keen for that. My biggest problem is freaking finding someone I can do that with, where, like, it's not 5 minutes later. Oh, I love you. I want to be with you. Let's be together. That is the problem. I'm always keen to, like, chill out as friends, man. Bro, why is the spin not working there now? Oh, now my spin wants to work. I see how it is. I didn't even press it then, man. It's just like, oh yeah, that's right. You pressed that button before. Boom, boom, boom. I tell you what though, I had like the weirdest fucking conversation with Crush yesterday. Like, I don't know. He seems to like, he knows what I'm fucking like, but he's fucking cooked sometimes. I swear to gosh. Like, he's like, oh, so why did you want to talk to me though? Like, why call me? I'm like, because I didn't know, because I was like heaps upset and stuff like that. And I was like, hey, you still up? Came for a chat kind of thing. And he's like, so why call me? Why don't you call your boyfriend or your friend? And I'm like, well, first of all, my boyfriend and I broke up. And second of all, my friend and I spent 5 hours on the phone last night. So, you know, she probably doesn't really want to hear it all again for the 10 millionth time. Yeah, come out. I know you freaking there. I knocked 5 seconds off my time compared to last time. I don't know how, but it happened. Oh, fuck me, really. No! And then, like, about 2 minutes after that, he's like, so why me? Like, why call me? Dude, I pressed jump, motherfuckers. Ah! And then, like, I don't know, he said something about how, you know, he thought I was over him or something like that. Oh, no, that's right. He's like, why me, though? Like, why do you call me? What's the point in calling me? I'm like, dude, do you really have to ask? Because I already told him how I feel about him. Like, it's not some sort of secret or anything like that. It's like, he knows damn well how I feel about him. And then I'm like, do you know why? Like, why even ask? And he's like, oh, I thought you were over me. I'm like, what? What even made you think that? And he's like, oh, well, you're the one freaking going out and getting a boyfriend and stuff like that. I'm like, well, what am I meant to do, man? Like, just sort of sit around and, like, chill out and be like, hey, this dude that never wants a fucking relationship with me or any other person ever, 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 ever again. What am I meant to do? Just, like, sit around and be like, yeah, hey, maybe he'll change his mind one day, like, and he knows damn well that that's not how I work, like, at all. He's tried that one on me before and it didn't work then and it's not going to work now, like, I told him this. And then, like, I don't know, dude's just cooked, man. Dude is so cooked. But he's, like, really genuine and shit. Which annoys me even more. Because apparently he, you know, cares. Like, yesterday he was like, he's like, that's right, it was, hey, you still awake? And he's like, what do you want? And I'm like, nothing, just wanted to speak to, oh no, just needed to hear a friendly voice. And he's like, not friendly. I'm like, what, why not? And he's like, just leave me, oh no, he's just like, oh, just leave me alone, I'm not dealing with your shit, or something like that. I was like, alright man, like, whatever. And then, I don't know, I said something else, and then he ended up calling me, and then fucking, that's how the rest of the conversation happened. And then he still ended up, like, hanging up on me and shit. He only called me because, like, he was a little bit worried about me and shit like that. Like I said, it'd been a bad night. That's right, I said something like he could just sit there and, like, abuse the shit out of me if he wanted. And he was like, no. I don't know. Here's a weird one. He like actually genuinely cares about humans and stuff. I don't know. It's creepy and weird. Humans don't care about anything. Dude! I didn't even get to land on it, man. Okay, let's get this thing. Determination! Boom. Sure. Dude. Ah. Come on. We can do this, guys. We can do this. Ah. I mean, I wasn't scared. You were scared. Don't know what you're talking about. Up we go. Up we go. Up this stupid freaking wall that I hate with a passion. Fucking. Yeah, give me my freaking mask, man. Oh shit, I almost fucked that up. Dude, can't believe I did that. Ah! Like I said, I'm always getting the game and chuff. I've got plenty of jackets, man. I got plenty of jackets. Yeah, bad relationships freaking ruin it for a lot of people. It's not even so much about the amount of bad relationships I've had. It's more about the fact that most of my relationships, it really wasn't... What a cunt to... Oh, okay. It really... A lot of my relationships I got in for the wrong reasons. So... This is the problem with being a female, guys. You think us females have it so easy and stuff because, you know, guys want to take us out for foods and stuff, or like buy us pretty things, and we get into nightclubs and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all well and good. Problem is, right, I go out to town or something like that, or, you know, leave my house, or, you know, go on Facebook, or pretty much do anything, you know, exist, breathe, that sort of stuff. And guys are there's always a guy that tries to pick you up. Literally always, man. Always. And, you know, you can sit there and turn them down or whatever, but the problem is then you get called a tease. If you turn them down earlier, well then you get called presumptuous. Like, it's literally a lose-lose situation, and if you give them a very good legitimate excuse, a lot of guys would just take that shit as a challenge. Like, this is going back a few years ago now, but I wanted to be single at the time. Like, I'd chosen to be single. I'd gotten out of like a couple of pretty dodgy relationships and shit like that, and I was happy to just be single, man. I'd already been engaged twice and I was like 17 or 18 at the time. It wasn't long before my 18th, I think. And so this is literally 10 years, I'm just saying. But like, I had 3 different guys chasing me at the time, and it was to the point where they were all nagging me for a relationship, and I'm like, I don't want a relationship. I don't even want to sleep with you. Like, no. And like, even in the past when, you know, I've been happy to do the whole friends with benefits thing, even that 9 times out of 10 has ended similarly with the guy wanting a fucking relationship. Like, that's what happened with Ghost, basically, is I didn't want a relationship. I was quite happy to, like, do the kissing, cuddling thing with him. Obviously, like, I'm still madly in love with someone else, so, you know, I already knew it was a really bad idea to get into a relationship. But the only way to get this all to stop is by getting into a relationship. Do you know how many relationships I've ended up with just because I couldn't deal with the whole freaking nagging thing anymore? Like, it's actually really stupid. I know that sounds like really bad and shit, but it's just the facts, guys. It's just the facts. Wait. What a cunt. Are you talking about... Oh, no. Really? I'm assuming that... Oh, no. Oh. I'm assuming that got you all wrong thing is about the whole us girls having it easy thing, yeah? Us girls do not have it easy, man. Do not have it easy. We may get into nightclubs easier. Oh, that's right, because the reason why I even remembered thinking about this, right? I was talking to someone earlier, and we were talking about porn stores. And, like, I'll walk into a porn store, and as a female, you're pretty much guaranteed to get, like, 15 to 20% off anything you buy. You know what I mean? Like, almost any female. Because it's one of those things where, you know, it's a girl. They walked into our store and they actually bought something. Maybe they'll tell all their female friends. Maybe all their female friends will start coming here. I don't know. And then the friend's like, oh yeah, you're so lucky. Rah, 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 rah. I'm like, dude, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I can't even be freaking show a little bit of gratitude to someone who helped me at a freaking really difficult time in my life without them being like, I love you, I miss you, you were the best thing that ever happened to me. Like, no. In fact, that's exactly how I got with him. He was the one I got with 10 years ago. Because people wouldn't stop nagging me, and it was like him or these other 2 guys. I was like, well, this one's the least bad of the 3. So I ended up with him. And then I broke up with him like 2 months later because he felt more like a brother to me. And then, like, I think it was about 6 months after that the whole house fire thing happened, and I'd already forgotten the reason I'd broken up with him. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I also think everybody sucks. My crush thinks everybody sucks. He hates everyone. And even him, like, even when I was being a massive bitch to him when we first met, he actually ended up liking me. I don't know, it was weird. I didn't know how to deal with it. I'm amazing, mate. I'm a chiller, that's the thing. I'm the person that you sit there and you, like, have a bit of a smoke and a toke with and just, like, hang and talk about video games. And then, like, all of a sudden that's just how things work. I don't know why, okay? The closest I've gotten. So, I've literally asked almost every guy that's been interested in me why they even liked me. The only dude who could give me any answer is actually the crush. Like, any rational answer was the crush. And he's like, I don't know. I think it's because you've got a really cute, a really sexy bitch smile or something like that. For sure. Hey man, if you can prove me wrong, feel free. In the meantime, we can always freaking sit there and chill out and like... See, that's the thing, right? Is at least then, you know, you've been pre-warned, man. You've been pre-warned. So we can still catch up and like chill out and game and chuff and like... Even half my mates, man. It's annoying. It really is. I don't understand it. I don't understand why. They're always like, you're just you. Took me a while last night actually to work out why I'd broken up with this freaking... I need to come up with a name for him. Hang on. Let's call him Falcon. Falcon and I, like, last time we broke up, it took me ages to work it out last night, and then it clicked. So, we were together for, I think, about a year before we broke up, and like we'd already been heading towards breaking up for a while. But then I think what it was after I had the clot in my lung, I wanted to sort of move out and start, you know, trying to improve my life, because we were eating fucking Macca's breakfast, lunch and dinner. If we weren't eating Macca's, we were eating pizza from the pizza shop down the road. And that was it, like day in, day out. I couldn't even buy lettuce in that household because it would just freeze in the freezer, in the fridge. Because we only had a beer fridge there, man. I was the only person in the house that even washed regularly, like as in my body, not just my clothes, but my body. The person whose house it was literally had a shower twice a year. And there was like 3 of us there, like, and they were all sort of the grease monkey kind of fellows, which wasn't an issue, you know, that didn't bother me. But I wanted, because of all that, dude. But because of all that, like, I wanted to move out and get our own place. But Falcon wanted to stay there because it was his best mate and his best mate's dad. And I was like, well, no, like, it's not like he couldn't see them still and shit like that, you know? Christ, for all I gave a shit, we could have moved next door to them. I just didn't want to continue living in those particular conditions, you know? 4 people in one house, all of us smoking, 3 of the 4 toking, 1 was on gear, the other one was a big Bundy drinker, 1 female living with 3 males, 1 of us would shower. I'd say frickin' none of us did dishes, but they were never any dishes because frickin' all 3 of the dudes lived off of coffee and iced coffee. And then, like I said, every single meal was like takeaway, so, you know, not exactly something you really need to do dishes with. But yeah, so that's the reason why we broke up, and that's how, like, he ended up turning around to me because he's had a falling out with that particular friend since. Which that friend was always a dickhead anyway. Dude, really? Why was that even out, man? And he's like, oh, I freaking lost the best thing that ever happened to me. Because we were actually initially talking about his car. Which is why his nickname's Falcon, by the way, because we were talking about his Ford Falcon. But he's like, oh, I lost the best thing that ever happened to me, because we were literally talking about how he ended up having to get rid of his car because that mate fucked him off, like fucked him over. he'd organised the mate to like get parts and stuff for him and paid for it all, and then the mate just sort of kept him for himself. He's like, I lost the best thing that ever happened to me because freaking I wanted to stay with them, and then they go and do that shit to me. I'm like, oh come on man, the car can't have been the best thing that's ever happened to you. What about your nephews? And he's like, no, you were the best thing that ever happened to me. I was like, oh, did not see you go in that direction with it. This was only meant to be like a chill conversation, man. Chill conversation. I don't blame you, dude. I freaking... Honestly, I'm pretty much asexual, but I really like cuddles. Like, I don't care about sex, mate. I'd rather just do that shit myself. I know what I like. It takes me like 5 minutes. Job's done. Freaking 9 times out of 10, like, I'm lucky to fucking get there with a guy. But anyway, like, and that'll be like after an hour kind of thing. I would literally have just as much fun by just doing it myself. But I really like cuddles and kisses is my problem. That's where I get suckered in, you see. That's how a ghost freaking suckered me in. Is because, like, the first day I was like, oh yeah, nah, not happening. Like someone else, nothing is happening. The second day, I'd spoken to the crush. And I was like, look, would you have a problem if something happened with someone else? And he's like, no, in fact, I would be relieved. Dude. And then, so that night, we'd actually gone up to Zombie's house. And freaking... we was just chilling there watching movies, and me and Ghost were sitting on the same couch, and I sort of like, I had my knees sort of tucked up a little bit, like, because I'm not one of those people that sit normal on a couch. I like to have my knees like tucked up, or, you know, my legs stretched out. Anyway, so I'd like tucked my knees up, so I was like sitting on the one seat. And then he just sort of like grabbed my legs and like put them over his lap, and like, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you get away with that. Only because I like physical affection, man. And then like that night we were just like cuddling and stuff, and I wouldn't even kiss him, man. For like the first week and a half. Wouldn't even kiss him. Dude, why do I keep doing that shit, man? But relationships are just like... Relationships are real bitch. They really are. Like, they're so overrated. And unless, you know, you're with someone who you actually want to be with, and you actually, you know, can see a future with, what's the point? I know, like, this is what I mean, right? I remember saying, and I would have probably mentioned this before I even moved, that I was not getting in a relationship at all anymore until I'd at least, like, the only way I was getting into a relationship was if it was with my crush. I remember saying this numerous times, like, that was the only way I was getting into a relationship. That's not how things fucking ended up happening, though. I got suckered in again, mate. Suckered in. You'll beat my 5 minutes. Are you talking about for me or for you? Not even possible, dude. Honestly, it's not even about the guys, okay? Guaranteed. Ghost was actually not bad in bed. I'll be the first person to admit to that. Like, he actually wasn't bad. I've like dated a lot of guys that were absolutely shocking in bed. One of them, right? We could have sex for like 3 or 4 hours. Dude, no, don't. Why? No. Haha, I just want to be at the top and like get to the checkpoint. Not the checkpoint, the end. I just want my rewards. But yeah, so this one guy, he was actually my second fiance. stupidly enough. He was so freaking shocking in bed after 3 or 4 hours of sex. Even like, even then I wouldn't be anywhere near even close. He could then like sit there, give me head or finger me, or like, in fact, quite a few times I think he even freaking pulled the vibrator out and stuff like that. And dude literally had no clue what he was doing. I'm not even joking, man. Whoa. That scared the shit out of me. Oh my gosh. Cheers heaps, Looney. Really, really appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. Hey, man, how'd you manage to take... Oh, you didn't. Yeah. Wait. Did you? No, Dead's still in the lead. Dead's still in the lead. I see how it is. Cheers heaps, man. Scared the crap out of me, though. I was like, whoa. But yeah, so this particular guy, he just like he even with a vibrator, he just literally couldn't do it. It would get to the point where I would just like be like, no, just fuck off, just like leave me alone, go to the toilet or whatever, and 5 minutes later I would be done. Like I would just do it myself, mate. So much easier, man. So much easier, so much quicker. And that was with directions even. Like, it wasn't like I just sat there and, like, didn't even try and communicate anything. It was just, he was agonizingly bad, bro. Oop. Ah. Ah! I forgot what to do here. Okay. Ah! Oh, come on, I jumped, man. I jumped. Now you want iced coffee. Is that because I mentioned it before? You're welcome. But you know, I'm keen. I'm keen to like chuff and chill out and freaking game, man. For sure. Speaking of chuff, I'm gonna have to fucking go shortly. Oh, come on, man. I really wish I had made it then, man. Really wish I had made it. Yeah, well, you gotta work out a time, bro. You gotta work out time and a day and like a where. The where's been the biggest issue so far. Because I has no money. Dude. Again on the freaking cord. Really need to stop doing that, man. I'm going to fuck my headphones up and then I'm going to have no headphones and then I'm going to be really screwed. And I can't afford these, man. I can't afford these. See, that's the thing, right? Is it's all well and good to say, hey, let's chill down my way and chill. But then we've got to, like, go to the beach and stuff. You know what I mean? This is the problem. And then I don't have the money and shit to get down your way. Also, it's super far. I am considering a trip there though in the near future. How far are you from? Is it Morphevale? I think. I forget if it. Yeah, I think it's Morphevale. Oh, I was about to fucking Google it and then I realized my phone's broken. As in like shattered broken. There is no functionality. If I want to check if I've got like a message from anyone, I have to use OK Google and then like open my message app and shit like that. Literally cannot use my screen at all. Not good, not good. But the chick that I'm buying the phone off of, she's gonna drop that down to me on Saturday. And she lives like Morphett Vale, I think. Oh, dude. Yeah, so maybe next time I like go down and visit her, you and I can catch up as well. Or even like before I freaking go visit her and I can like just go crash at her house for the night kind of thing. Best of both worlds that way, mate. Boom. Come on, that was skill. Got my... No! I fucked it. I had my game face on and everything for 5 whole seconds then. 5 whole seconds. Get off. No! She's already like... She's gonna bring the phone to me this Saturday. I'm saying like, next time I go down and see her. Which won't be this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? What do you do in like your days and stuff? Like do you work during the week and shit like that? Because that's the other thing as well, right? Is she's got like a job and kids and stuff like that. So the other thing I can potentially do is like go crash at her house on say a Sunday and then like catch up with you on the Monday and like we can just chill there and like play games and shit every fucking day. Know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dude, almost jumped straight into the fire, but I saved myself like 10 seconds compared to my first time. Will I get to keep my 10 seconds though? That is the $1 million question, isn't it? Wait, is this what... Didn't I have to get through this like without dying? No I didn't. Wait, how do you get... Oh, that's right, it's a different freaking ride. I was trying to work out how I got the key, because I know there's a key in this level. And I already got the key. But the key is one of those freaking little rides. Oh, almost did not make that then. That was almost very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah. Oh, come on, bro. I could have sworn that was about to freaking... Ah! Come on, bro. Dudes. My time's a lot better than what it's been any other freaking shot this time. Go out, go out, go out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fuck, really? Boom. Dude. I almost fell to my death. Okay. Out. Okay. Ah, I didn't freaking jump at the right time. There we go. Here we go. I don't think there's anything else that... Oh, there's still stuff to kill me. There's still plenty of fires and stuff and I don't have a mask. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. No way am I getting this freaking relic this time. Oh, bro, really? No! Bro, really? Ugh. Come on, let's get up there. Dude. It's like you gotta line them up perfectly, otherwise you're screwed. Dude, how many freaking levels does this shit have to have? Yeah, I'm not dumb. I know your little games. No way did I fucking make that. Oh, I got the relic. Dude, did not think that was gonna happen. Dude. Mad. I honestly thought I had to do that in just under 3 minutes. I'm confused though. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was confused. I thought I got the freaking other one then. I was like, no way. Alright. So we've done the first 2 islands. We just need to do the last one. But I need to go do this freaking thing. So while I'm organizing my stuff, so I will continue having conversation. And then we can freaking end the stream. And then freaking it'll be all over Red Rover, mate. I don't think, that's the other thing I didn't fix. I was meant to fix my freaking, well, let me do it through here. Don't think it will, but I'll try it. I don't know how to roll my credits anymore. My credits are like broken. Oh, wait, we could be success here. Nope. Dude, this shit doesn't even tell you. Ugh, I hate that. What's that? Oh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so I have no idea how to roll credits anymore, bro. At all. This is cooked. Man, they need to like come up with like, I don't know, better systems. Better systems. Hey man, I don't need training, okay? Your days are free, your nights are free. Free, 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 free. Is your weed free? That'd be good. Where is... Oh man, that's the other thing I'm gonna have to do. Bro. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I can't even freaking get decent shit at the moment. I was chatting to the guy I normally go through. And I'm like, oh yeah, because I tasted the stuff he'd been getting. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not too bad. And he's like, yeah, but it's also $50 for 5 grams. And I'm like, what? Dude. Yeah, I don't know how to roll credits anymore, bro. I'm gonna have to like relearn that. So cooked. Oh wait, is it under that? Nope. Oh no. Are you sure, man? Hey, I'm not even freaking, like, this is the thing, is I'm generally not a big smoker. Only because I like to, like, enjoy... Whoa. Cheers, heaps, Doom fan. Massively, massively appreciate the follow, man. We're just ending the stream now. But we will be back next Tuesday at some point. I'm still messing with my schedule and stuff. What was I saying? I already lost it, man. Oh yeah, so I'm not a big smoker, like, I like to enjoy it. Purely because, like, if I get too high, well then, like, I don't enjoy it. I just sort of want to go to sleep or like zone out kind of thing, which is like pretty sucky. But I also don't mind it sometimes. Like a couple of times in the past few months, I've had wake and bake for the first time in years. And I loved it. We just sat there and chilled out and watched movies. If I'm gaming or like watching movies for the day, I don't mind it. But yeah. Yeah, either Tuesday, I'll probably, if you give us a follow on Twitter or Discord or... Am I on anything else, guys? Am I on anything else? I think that's it at the moment. Twitter or Discord. I normally chuck... Yeah, I know, I'm saying for the other people watching, man. I normally chuck a shout out on there. I'm working on organising a schedule at the moment. I'm only just getting back into streaming for the first time in 6 months, so there's a few things I'm still trying to work out, but we will get there. We will get there. My Twitter and my Discord are down at the moment, purely because I don't have a phone. But that'll be solved on Saturday. Thank gosh for that. I know, right? Everybody loves Crash. Everybody loves Crash. I still really want to do the original playthrough because I've realized that I actually have the original. I thought I didn't, so I would love to do that. And I did do a warped playthrough, original warped playthrough before I did the initial playthrough of this. This is actually my second playthrough of this. I went through it, got all my freaking gold relics, finished all the trophies, finished all the games, and then, yeah. I didn't know what to play last week, so I was just like, you know what, I'm going to play that. Love it. Crash is one of those games where, you know, it always cheers you up. It's something that's not overly demanding, but it is demanding in the same way. I still need to finish my Spyro, which I'm so close to doing. I do need to get back onto that. And I'm not sure what game. When I... Yeah, we'll do, man. We'll do. When I get my stuff sorted out on Saturday, I might post a poll to Twitter and just be like, I'll put up a few different games that I'm thinking about playing. I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to go with what's on the poll. I'm just saying that, you know, it'll be definitely taken into consideration. And yeah, it might help. It might help, that's all. But the next one will probably be either Crash or Spyro. I'm not going to start playing a new game until I finish that Spyro one, purely because I don't want it to fuck with the YouTube stuff, which, you know, the Crash is already fucking with the YouTube stuff, but that's a whole other level. But now that I've got Infamous First Light, I am keen to do a playthrough of that and then do another playthrough of Second Son, because I know that I need to do Second Son on hard in good mode. Last time I did it in easy on... No, yeah, last time I did it easy bad mode, and then when I initially played it I did good mode, but obviously that wasn't streamed. I also have Ratchet and Clank here now. I also want to start getting into the Persona games again, so... And I still really want to do some of the... What's it called? Frickin'... I've forgotten what it's called. How? Need for Speed. Yeah, Most Wanted. In fact, what's that? Dudes, am I cooked or am I cooked? No, that's okay. I thought I had it, and I was like, well, I do have it, but it's not on here. But yeah, anyway, so there'll be like a long list in this poll, and I'll hopefully have that up Saturday or Sunday, and we'll have like a goal. I may still stream. Won't be... Yeah, probably won't stream actually before then. Because I've got plans almost constantly. Cheers, man. Cheers. And I promise we'll tee up a time where we like catch up for real. Alright, bro? Anyway, massive thank you for everyone who has tuned in tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Shout out to Looney. Thank you again heaps for the bits. And for the chat, for sticking around. Really appreciate that. I hope you all have a lovely day, night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you, wherever you are. And I'm sure, I like to hope I will see you all very, very soon next stream. In the meantime, take it easy. Aussie Pride, yay! Cheers, man. Have a good one.